Hi, Bob Dukish for Net I.D. It's a project that we're working on for amateur radio communications, for emergency communications. And what we're doing is we're trying to identify all of the stations that are on a ham radio emergency net at one time so that the individual tactical operators don't have to keep announcing their call letters. And we have a petition for a change in rulemaking with the FCC that's in the works right now. The project has taken on a new dimension. It's a lot smaller. We're not using a keyboard on this version that I'm going to show you now. This runs on Bluetooth, so you can use your cell phone. This is the module for Bluetooth that we're using, and it's got a little antenna on it, and they're very nice modules. A lot of fun to play around with these things. This is an HC05, and I'll show you the circuit board. Maybe I can zoom in a little bit on that. And we're using the Arduino Nano, and could just use the IC, but we're changing the code a little bit now and then, and we've added some new features. And this is the module, the Bluetooth module. Some wiring here that I'll show you in a second. We're going to go into the box with this, but this is the Bluetooth module, the Nano, and there's a MOSFET to switch the transceiver that's hooked up to this on and off, to key it up. We went ahead and put all of the wiring together and put everything in the box, and it's got a nice top for it, and looks pretty decent. The back has the connections for the power. I have 9 volts hooked up right now. On-off switch, reset button, and on the front my speaker switch, and an LED that lights up if there's a transmission, and of course where you hook up your HT or your mobile radio or what have you. So I turn power on, and really once that's running you don't have to worry too much about it unless you want to reset it. It's a good thing to do at the origination of your net. So let me go ahead and push the reset button, and on my cell phone I get a message that says, okay, the program's been reset. Who do I want to add to the net? So I say, okay, let's add, we'll just make up something, test 00. So we add them, and let's put somebody else in, test 01. They're added. Let's say I make a mistake. So I go, oh, that's a mistake, but I didn't realize it till after I entered it. So it's ASDF. Oh, that's wrong, I messed up. So I can click cancel on here. And when I press cancel, it cancels that last entry. That's a nice feature we just added. So now the only ones that'll transmit when it's time is 00 and 01. And we have the timing bumped up so that about every 1 minute it transmits, where in reality it would be about every 10 minutes. On an emergency net, everybody's going to have their calls transmitted, and they can just rely on their tactical IDs during the net. So it also shows you as it's transmitting the CW that it's transmitting test 0001. And you can delete people too. So if I want to say, okay, test 01, that person's call letters, whatever they may be, we're just using the test as a simulated call letter. Let's get rid of them. So we're going to go delete. And when I push delete, it asks me who to delete. Enter the call to delete. So I'll get rid of test 01. Okay, so test 01 has been deleted. Now when it comes time for the ID, it's only going to give me the one person. Test 00 should come up. Unless I added somebody. So let's add somebody. Let me put myself in there too. K8. Whoop. DX. Alright, so let me add me. There I am. KK8DX has been added. So the next time it'll give the first call 00, and it'll give my call letters for number 2. By the way, another nice feature that we have is everybody on the net can be listed without transmitting. So if I want to list to see who's on the net, who's current, I just type in list and enter. And it says, okay, listing calls. If you could see, it's kind of hard to see maybe, but it says listing calls test 00, and also me, KK8DX, and whoever else would be on the net. They would all be listed on there on the screen without transmitting, which is kind of nice to do too. So another couple of features that we added along with the Bluetooth. So hopefully, we have a petition in front of the FCC right now to allow one station to transmit during an emergency net for all of the tactical stations that are on the net, and that's in the works. And also we're having a circuit board manufactured and a better box. This is just our prototype, but we'll keep you updated, and hopefully this does some good.